conversation with a foreign guest. He is Mr. Alex, who is well-known personality because of his successful accomplishments. So let's welcome him with a big round of applause.
Of course, our dear loved ones. Today, Mr. Alex with us. And first of all, good part of the day again, our dear guest.
Good morning. Nice to meet you guys, and very nice to be here. Thank you.
Perfect. First of all, could you introduce a little bit about yourself to our viewers?
Yes. Sure, of course. My name is Alex. I am a native speaker. I came to Uzbekistan about 4 or 5 years ago, actually. And I live here and teach IELTS to students.
Perfect.
Cool. Well, before coming to Uzbekistan, how was your first impression?
Before coming to Uzbekistan, I was a little bit, I guess, struck by the fact that it's a country I've never heard of. You know, for most people in the US, nobody knows about Uzbekistan. But actually, when I first came here, I was amazed at how hospitable the people are, how nice everyone is, and how wonderful the country is overall.
Perfect, thank you very much.
We have another question. So, sir, can you please tell us why did you choose this profession?
Yes.
I chose teaching for a couple different reasons. For me, I always felt like I had to do something with other people. I knew that I could never be like a programmer or somebody who works, by themselves. I had to be with other people. And I realized that by communicating and teaching other people, I could give back as much as I could get.
Perfect. And we know that teaching is much more teaching is one of the noble professions in the world, and the reason why it demands much more responsibility and vigilance from a person.
Definitely.
And of course, in that way, can you share with us your teaching philosophy? What kind of hard skills or what kind of soft skills demanded from a person or some kind of representative who want to be a teacher in the future as well?
Of course. That's a great question. I would say that, if any of you want to be teachers, actually, if you are teachers already, happy Teachers Day, guys. I hope that you're celebrating at home for me and for all the other teachers in your life. But I would say if you want to become a teacher, the most important thing that you have to do is you have to understand what kind of teacher you want to be. Whether you want to focus on motivating students and making them learn by themselves and encouraging that kind of self-development, or whether you want to be a teacher that literally constructs the education of the students. You have to really decide and understand what kind of teacher you want to become.
Yes, and you have also mentioned that you're really keen on teaching students, right? Specifically online.
Yes.
Why exactly online? Why do you prefer teaching online instead of offline? Please tell us.
Well, I would say that when you're teaching online, you have access to a lot more tools. I feel like, I feel like I'm on a completely different level when I'm in the online classroom rather than offline. And another reason I would say is because when you're teaching online, most of the students there are much more motivated. In order to actually study online, you must have a certain level of inner strength. You must motivate yourself and you must be there for yourself when your teacher is not physically there. So I would say I really appreciate how motivated students online are.
Wow, that sounds splendid, sublime job. So can you share with us your teaching philosophy? And you have already mentioned, pardon me.
Teaching strategy or methods as well.
Yeah.
Sure. Well, as I already mentioned, right, each teacher has to forge their own path and they have to choose what they will do. For me, what I really enjoy in the classroom is seeing students taking the lead and taking the reins of the classroom and deciding what they want to do for themselves. I've never had a better experience in my life than when a student says what they want to do and then that is what we do. So I feel like for me, it's all about letting students take the role of the teacher.
Miss
Perfect.
Maftuna,
That's
he's a
amazing.
really amazing teacher, I guess. And I guess Miss Maftuna, his students are really happy to have a teacher like him. Yeah?
I hope so.
Of course.
Yeah.
If you have some kind of greetings or congratulations, your beloved teachers.
That's okay. Everybody out there, if you're teaching online, if you're teaching offline, I hope that you guys are having a wonderful day right now. I hope that you're in the comfort of your family and you are, celebrating. I think a lot of people don't take the initiative to celebrate smaller holidays. Most people just celebrate New Year's, maybe some Thanksgiving, things like that. I hope that you have the chance to celebrate Teachers Day and relax and really feel good about yourself.
Do you remember you're one of the best English teacher? From
One
the,
of my
at
best
school
English
or
teachers.
from the university. For example, I have one of the best teachers. She stands there.
That's great.
This is one of the best
Yeah.
teachers for me.
I would say I had one specific teacher. His name was Mr. Coates. I don't think he's watching this show right now, unfortunately.
But he will be watching.
Hopefully, hopefully,
Yes.
maybe I'll send it to him. Yeah,
Of
exactly.
course.
And yeah, I want to congratulate him. He was a great teacher. He taught me literature. He taught me how to actually read and how to actually enjoy reading books, which is something that every student needs to do, I think.
Perfect.
Next question, sir. What do you enjoy most about teaching, and what motivates you?
Yeah. Every
Well,
single day.
Yeah, every single day. I would say, every teacher's normal answer, the average response would probably be my students. But I would say that something that motivates me a little bit more is the ability to create. I feel like I am definitely motivated by students wanting to learn. But what I also really enjoy is being able to innovate in the teaching sphere. It's such a novel thing because in the past, most teachers, they would just open a textbook and the only thing they could teach would be what is inside that textbook. Whereas I feel like I have the ability to go online and find any materials that I want and use those in the classroom, which I think that's a very magnificent thing.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes. Generally, to tell, are you a strict teacher or not?
I don't think so. I think that I don't feel that kind of authority over students. I think a lot of teachers, they believe that they are completely able to dictate everything that students do. And I think that as much as they do have that right, I don't feel responsible for every second of the students' lives. I feel like a student, when they are able to completely organize and control themselves, their progress will be much faster than if there's somebody always pushing them.
This is a remarkable chance for me as well because he's a professional teacher and I'm a teacher as well, yes, Ms. Maftuna?
Yes, of course.
And also it is really interesting for me. I do have students as well, of course, but when they don't do their homework,
Yes, how is your reaction?
Yeah, what do you do if they don't do their homework?
Yeah.
Just tell me, this is really interesting for me as well.
Yeah, for
Do
sure.
you have
For
some kind
teachers
of
as well.
punishment for them?
Yeah.
I have recently been working on that. I think that I prefer rewards rather than punishments. What I've been doing is, I'm an IELTS teacher, so students usually pay me for lessons. I will return their payment if they really do all of the homework. So if they prioritize actually learning and finishing all the homework from the courses, they will get all their money back. That's what